Okay, so.
Go unmutes.
There we
There we
go.
go.
Uh,
Sorry, here you go.
all right.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. Hanging in there, just trying to get this out the way and go back home. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. So this is a great call. Huh? Not him. That's not it. That's a freaking. Is this the one for the her court?
The court.
Hello. Hello. Is this gonna? I don't know why it's doing this. That's an inmate. Good no.
Hello, everybody. This is Presidio County Criminal. If you could please stay on mute. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have 10 o'clock on the barrel head. Is everybody ready? Madam Clerk, good to go. We're recording? All right, everybody. Today is May the 22nd, the year 2025. We are at the Presidio County Courthouse. We'll be doing arraignments and pretrials on criminal cases within our docket. The first portion, the arraignment, it's not going to be something you guys haven't already heard. You've probably already heard from a policeman and probably from a magistrate, but this is the official arraignment. And we'll move on. See here. Before I start, is there anything out of the ordinary that you guys want to get off your chest? So we'll start with arraignments.
Your Honor, there's gonna be hopefully the first several, or when they come up, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But a lot of these arraignments, I don't believe will be necessary because we have orders or motions for dismissal pending your order.
Okay.
And so as those come up, I'll let you know and we can hopefully get those dismissed. Most of them are because they're, significantly old.
Okay, I understand. And I'll go ahead and start with the first one. It's cause number 5133. It's the state of Texas versus Elijah Stewart.
This is one that was filed in 2006. Therefore, we do not have sufficient information on this. That was quite a long time ago. I was in high school in 2006. So I filed a motion to dismiss on this one. The evidence is gone and so is the police officer, long gone, I believe. So if your Honor would be interested, rather than doing an arraignment on this one, if you'd be interested in going ahead and or signing the order.
I will sign the order.
Fine for your approach?
Yes, please.
We'll stay standing. You're here. Yeah. I was kidding you. If you want to.
Right. Go.
That will go to, that goes to.
Yeah, you could just.
Cause number 6824, the state of Texas versus Carlos Loya Lares.
Your Honor, this one is the same thing. This case was filed in 2012. We have a motion to dismiss on file, awaiting dismissal. If you agree, we would like to go ahead and get the order.
I agree.
I just want to also point out that Carlos Loya Lares is in Zoom.
Okay. See him?
So if we want to explain to him.
So were you able to hear what I said?
Yes.
Dismissing your case due to its age.
Do you have any questions, Mr. Lares?
No, sir. Read it.
You understand what this means?
Yes.
Had you been in contact with him?
He didn't have an attorney on file, and there wasn't a phone number on file based on his age.
Yeah.
So I was kind of surprised.
Thank you, Mr. Lares. You're free to leave
Thank you.
unless you want to stay and
Well,
watch.
that's right. This one is being dismissed because he completed his PhD. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. But either way.
So we're good. Cause number 6835, the state of Texas versus Humberto de Anda.
I'm ready to be arraigned.
This is a traffic. I assume it's an appeal from.
It's an appeal, yes, sir.
Okay,
You're on.
all right. So where is Mr. de Anda? Humberto de Anda. Humberto de Anda. David, I'm gonna make a note here. And when I get done with arraignment, I may ask you to go to the courthouse and do me a favor.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make a note of this. And I'm gonna call cause number 6835, the state of Texas versus Humberto de Anda one more time. And I'll move on to cause number 6887, the state of Texas versus Angel Romero Ibanez.
Your Honor, we have to check on this one. We have a motion to dismiss on file for this one. This case is about, forfeiture. The county attorney does not have jurisdiction to handle forfeitures. Only a county attorney with felony jurisdiction does. Therefore, this was improperly filed. So we have a motion to dismiss on this one. Would you like to dismiss?
Yes. Cause number 6976, the state of Texas versus Crystal Marie Martinez.
I'm ready for arraignment. She's previously had a warrant for failure to appear, and has been arrested on that warrant. So that's why we have not rearranged.
So Crystal Marie Martinez. Crystal Marie Martinez. The state of Texas versus Crystal Marie Martinez. Right, we'll move on. Cause number 6982, the state of Texas versus Jesus Alfredo Banda.
Ready for arraignment.
Okay.
This is another situation. Oh, no, this one is the first, I think his first option.
On my stat sheet, it just has other criminal case.
It's a speeding appeal.
Okay. Jesus Alfredo Banda. Jesus Alfredo Banda. So I'll move on to cause number 7019, the state of Texas versus John Allen Vorak. John Allen Vorak. I assume the D is silent.
No, maybe try the Borak, maybe.
The Vorak. The state of Texas versus John Allen Vorak. Okay. Cause number 7024, the state of Texas versus Alberto Absalon Hernandez Jr. Alberto Absalon Hernandez Jr. Alberto Absalon Hernandez Jr. Yes, these two are tethered together,
They are separate instances,
different dates.
different dates.
Okay.
There was, this one had a DWI, another DWI attached to it, but, the DWI that was attached to this case was dismissed in December. But this damage to vehicle charge was left on.
So that's cause number 7043, the state of Texas versus John Allen Borak. John Allen Borak. And the last one to call for arraignment is cause number 7123, the state of Texas versus Victor Mario Holguin. Looks like another traffic appeal.
Correct.
Victor Mario Holguin. Victor Mario Holguin. Ms. Park, it looks like I have 5, 6, 7 that did not, are not present.
Yes, Judge.
I have the same as well.
Is this,
But two of them are the same person. For that.
Yeah,
so
so 6.
6. And we're confident they were notified correctly?
That would be in the clerk's office to.
It's the addresses that they do have on file.
And do you have anything to add?
No.
Madam Clerk? Okay. So, as to the appeals from traffic, typically they put a bond.
We check on these.
And I think if you just check even one, that first one, Humberto de Anda, that 6835.
Okay.
I'd hate to issue a failure to appear
For traffic.
for traffic. But I'm not opposed to it.
Might have to ask the clerk's office, the bond is not listed on the docket. Okay.
It's not. Typically, what do you see with these appeals from JP Court? Do they post bond? Do
Yes.
they put- yes.
The ones that don't have lawyers post bond, the ones with lawyers will do sureties, but I don't have lawyers listed for any of these.
Okay.
I am. So Humberto de Anda. They filed a waiver, trial and agreement to enter into pretrial program, but I believe he did not fulfill his PTD. So I'll check with the clerk on that, just to confirm that he did not complete his PTD, and if so, then at the next docket, we will terminate PTD agreement and move forward. So I agree in this case, maybe, to appear might be appropriate, that I'll leave that up to the clerk's discretion.
No, and I want to hear from you. Again, I'm going back. If there are appeals and it's been any amount of time and I'd hate to put him in the system to go get arrested in Houston.
Especially if he did fulfill his PTD and it just wasn't properly
And that's
shown
exactly,
on here. So I'll get with the clerk's office. We'll go and check the accounts to see if he did fulfill his PTD. Because his PTD is from 2020. So we'll check on that.
and this is going to put you on the spot and I don't mean to, but are there any of these like John Allen Borak? Obviously, that's a different issue, to issue an FTA. And leave out the traffic. Leave out the traffic and let you kind of,
I would agree with that. I'm
okay,
okay with that.
okay,
Give me some time to try to find these people, especially with the time passage.
okay. So I have some driving while license invalid.
That
And
is a class B, yes.
yes. Set this off to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and move over to pre-trials and it'll give us, that way we can work through this and then we can come back and figure out what to do. We still have time. Still have time. So this is, pre-trials. And the first one on is, cause number 5822, the state of Texas versus Stephen Randall Jones.
This one is very interesting. It is older, but there were, I believe, 4 warrants issued in this one. Yeah. And 4 different bonds posted for it, and he continues to fail to appear. So I was interested to see if he would appear this time.
Okay.
But that's what makes this one unique for relatively us.
Stephen Randall Jones. Stephen Randall Jones. I'll move on to cause number 5941, the state of Texas versus Carlos Barriga.
This one has already in the past had a warrant out for those who appear and has been arrested on that warrant. So this would be at least the second. If it's not, this would be at least the second.
Carlos Barriga. Carlos Barriga. House number 6494, the state of Texas versus John Moya III.
This one is also similar, failures to appear, it's not as old, but it failed to appear in the past. The court issued habeas, he was arrested on that habeas. And this would, I believe, be the next stop in all courts and veterans.
House number 6641, the state of Texas versus John Moya III.
Same thing with this one. Prior habeas and arrest on the habeas has occurred in this case as well.
House number 6684, the state of Texas versus Zachary Clifton Jingles.
Okay, this one, Your Honor, is one that Rod had, the prior county attorney had filed a motion to dismiss, but failed to file an order, and the order has not been entered into. I have drafted an order because there wasn't one on file. I drafted an order, and I'm okay with dismissing this one. If you are amenable.
We don't have any better.
Sure you're amenable. Case with that order.
Like by the smile on your face, I would.
I'm not gonna fight with this.
All right. So it is so ordered dismissed. House number 6956, the state of Texas versus Alicia Irene Estrada.
Judge, she's present.
Judge,
If you want
if I
to,
can, real quick, just so the board knows, this case is Scott Foster's case. Scott Foster retired like 3 years ago and moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota. And it's no longer, as far as I know, such a case is in Texas, so.
If you should be amenable, finally withdrawn, if not, with the court.
I don't even know if he's alive. He was Yeah, he was, close to 70.
If the court would agree to just do an order of withdrawal, and that way we can just clear him off. And especially since she's here.
Yes, and thank you for being here. We appreciate it. So, I hate that that happened to you. I know that you're in a state of flux. But you being present shows that you want to get this somehow taken care of. So, would you prepare that order for me? To withdraw?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. And I will sign that. So,
So that she would apply for counsel then at that point if she can't afford anything.
would you like to, visit with her? I don't mind, I don't mind taking a short, break if you'd like to go visit with her.
I think we can continue with doctor, and I can have somebody from my office talk to her right now.
That's fine.
And then we'll make that decision if you want to recall.
That's fine.
We do have, there was an open warrant on this, which, so shout out Fernandez, was recently, arrested on in Reeves County. So that habeas has been withdrawn, and this is our next step.
Thank you.
Ms. Parks, do you need Ms. Estrada for anything?
I do not, if she's going to be represented by them, then I already have her contact information. If she does not qualify, then I would like, and she doesn't want to hire her own attorney, then we would just need to get her contact information, that way we can be in contact with her for the future.
Do you understand that?
We do have her contact. It should be an updated in iDocket.
I mean, so I've got her mailing address,
Oh.
but if I could, an email or phone, just to make it a little bit easier, but that's only if she's not going to be represented.
It sounds like the public defenders have an appetite to at least visit with you and maybe see what your options are. As you move forward, and what Ms. Park is saying, if something doesn't transpire and you want to go visit with her, I think
Yeah,
she's.
it turns out you're super rich, and you don't.
So, other than that, is there any other business with Ms. Estrada? You're free to leave. So, thank you so much.
Oh, Jim. Oh, to apply.
Well, hopefully we can meet afterwards and talk about expediting the application process.
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely.
So, can we call that a continuance? We can call that a continuance. Sounds good. Cause number 7131, the state of Texas versus Saul Baez.
Well, Jim, public defender for Mr. Baeza. Judge, Mr. Baeza. We have several appointments for Mr. Baeza across multiple counties. We haven't been able to locate him for this particular docket. Generally, we are able to find him. Did you hear?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Oh, yesterday we filed, I think it was yesterday, we filed our standard 2801 motion, which included request for discovery in the state. We discovered, and it was just yesterday, so I'm not. Once we get that, I'm sure that we can find a way to resolve these cases or this case. I don't know whether or not I'll be able to resolve all the cases in one hit with the district attorney's office and another county attorney's office, including the county attorney's office. But once I get the discovery, I can start resolving.
Ms. Parks?
If you have, I'm gathering now, it's apparently amongst like 3 different law agencies,
Yeah.
so I'm having to go to all of them.
Right.
If you have any discovery already, let me know what you already have.
We have done.
Yeah, no, okay, I'll get you whatever.
Okay.
So any objection to continuance?
No objection.
No?
I would ask the court to tell Mr. Baez to please call my office.
Mr. Baeza. Mr. Baeza. Can you unmute him?
I can suggest it.
There you go.
Mr. Baeza, can you hear me?
Yes.
Did you understand everything that just happened?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and So Ms. Parks, is gonna be working with your attorney, Mr. Chambers, to find some resolve with this issue. I think from what I hear, you're difficult to get a hold of. You have to make yourself available.
Well,
You
I
understand?
mean, I've been waiting for my attorney to call. He was supposed to call 3 days ago, but he never returned my call. I did call him because they left a voicemail, but I didn't get a call until yesterday afternoon. And then they told me to just appear in court.
So is this, where do you live at, Mr.
In
Baez?
Alpine?
In Alpine, Texas?
Yes, sir.
Normally are able to get a hold of them, in my experience, somebody goes to his house. We're starting. I'm not blaming Mr. Baez, I just want to call my own.
Yes, that's good. You should be easy to get a hold of them and drive over to their office or something. That's
All right.
where they have their office. Yeah. So, do you have, any objection to him doing this by Zoom, or would you like to see him in the courtroom next time?
I'm fine with him being here by Zoom, especially considering his lawyers are present.
Okay.
It will be up to the discretion of the court if you will require a personal appearance in the future.
I prefer him just go on Zoom, just that way it cuts down on costs in case there's a plea offer that requires some sort of fine.
Okay.
Might be able to manage.
Okay, sounds good. We'll do that then. Thank you, Mr. Baeza. You're free to go. Good
Thank
luck. House number 7124, the state of Texas versus Ricky Rojo.
Your Honor, this one, there was never a complaint filed on this. I have not been able to locate one, and it's been over 2 years, so I can't file a complaint. And I would file a dismissal, but there was never a complaint filed, so I can't. So I think this one just needs to be cleared off. I think this was a mistake. And I've already spoken to the clerk's office, and maybe they've already changed it in the office. I can look up too. So no worries, Paul.
No, it's fine.
There's no complaint, so I can't.
I was,
Are you gonna resist again?
no, I'm not gonna resist, Judge, I couldn't find the guy, he might even be dead, for all I know. He was elderly when we got appointed.
So yeah, it's been over 2 years. I can't at this point do anything about it.
The statute of limitations is up,
Yes, Your Honor.
so sounds like, public defenders in agreement, so
Gotta get on theirs. Okay, yes, it's the clerk's office. I brought this up I think the day before docket went out, so we didn't catch it before we could do it off the docket, but it's already been fixed in the IRS system and has been cleared out. This
disposition.
is not a case.
This is disposition.
Yes.
All right, we'll
It
move.
never existed.
We'll move on to cause number 7028, the state of Texas versus Kelly Elizabeth Cole.
Chambers of the Public Defender's Office for this whole judge, we haven't been able to locate her. We've run background searches, we've reached out to who we think are family members, we've sent contact information to last known addresses. And we haven't had any contact. We have, I believe that yesterday we may have filed our 2801 motion for this case. It's from our program, it's supposed to
Yes.
do all that. Okay. So I'll keep working on the case and keep trying to find her, but I don't know that I have a good argument for her not getting.
I will agree to a continuance under the circumstances.
Okay. So, and I will allow the continuance. Cause number 7082, the state of Texas versus Nereida Martin Baeza.
Your Honor, this case was dismissed in December.
Okay,
I'm present.
Oh, sorry, I'm pretty good.
all right. Ms. Baeza, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Looks like you're sleepy.
Yeah, I couldn't make it to court.
Okay. Where are you at right now?
Right now, I'm in Odessa.
Okay. So, Ms. Parks, is there anything you want to add?
No, I would say congrats, Ms. Bice, so your case was dismissed back in December.
Did
Okay.
you hear that, Ms. Bias?
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions, Ms. Parks? Anything else?
No,
You're free to go.
no.
You're free to go, Ms. Bias. Good luck to you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
My practice will drop, right? You heard that? Yes. But
Cause number 7096, the state of Texas versus Richard Luis Duran.
This case was dismissed in November.
Okay,
I would ask that for these two cases, the court considers, notes the disposal on IDOC, that way we don't accidentally have them pop up again.
you were gonna add something, Mr. Chambers?
No. Not my case.
Mr. Duran is here, congratulations.
Mr. Duran? No, he's not. I don't see
This was
him.
already disclosed.
Richard Luis Duran.
I think the reason why these two came up is because these were dismissed with open warrants left on them. And so last month I had to go through the process of recalling those warrants because they should have been recalled before dismissal. That might have been why the system automatically showed them as. So I think that's what happened, but that's what's going on with these cases. They're already dismissed.
We'll move on to cause number 7128, the state of Texas versus Miranda K. Miller.
Chambers of the Public Defender for Ms. Miller, Judge, I think that is her on the SL 2198.
No,
Is that her?
That's Baeza.
Okay. Well, my office was just on the phone with her when we pulled up forecourt. I believe that we filed our standard 2801 motions in this case. We do have an offer from the state. That was clarified this morning, I believe, that there was some confusion about it. I'll have an answer next month, but I don't have an answer right now. I did talk to my client to make sure that she understands the three options that she has.
Okay,
Given the clarification.
Ms. Park, do you have anything else to add?
Nope, we have, I've offered, given some little options for an offer, and we look forward to hopefully resolving this before the next offer. I'm agreement in that case, I'm in agreement for continuance. Hopefully at the next topic, we can be presenting you with something to
Okay,
dispose of.
sounds good. I look forward to it, and I will allow the continuance. Cause number 7129, the state of Texas versus Juan Ignacio Leon.
Well, thank you, the public defender for Mr. Leon. He has two cases, Judge. Both of them are gonna be a plea, and I believe that sentence in the jail right now.
Okay,
Mr. Leon,
Yes, ma'am.
right, we've got your plea agreement that's been signed. Your Honor, he has been unfortunately in jail waiting for this moment, so what we've done is an agreement for his time served with a guilty plea. And to give him full credit, if the judge agrees, I would like to present you with, it is concurrent for both, because technically it was one arrest that had two charges, which is why there were two cases. So that's why they were concurrent, and it looks like a lot of paperwork, but it's because there's two.
okay.
Your Honor, if you're amenable, we've got the plea agreement memorandum here ready for your signature, as well as the trial court certification of the defendant's right of appeal. He does not have a right of appeal because this is a guilty plea, and he signed this with an agreement and understanding of that. And then lastly, his waiver of trial by jury. I have an order approving his waiver, which he has signed. So you're going to be getting your
Okay,
signature hand ready.
Mr. Chambers, is there anything else you want to add?
I just think that the court should have my case guilty or not guilty in each charge, and then,
All right.
Have some concerns about collateral consequences or immigration status or anything like that. Mr. Leon is, felon, he's on parole, he's on a blue warrant right now, so anything that would happen from this case would affect anything that he's already dealing with.
Okay.
So there's not much for him to be concerned about with these misdemeanors.
Mr. Leon,
Yes, sir.
do you understand, that you're pleading guilty?
Yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty and for no other reason?
That is correct.
So I will, accept the agreements that are before me and I'll get them signed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, you're welcome. And, Mr. Leon,
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say you're free to go, but it looks like I don't have a say in that. So,
I hope with these, signatures that they can get you out today.
One more time? I could barely hear you. I'm sorry.
But Mr. Leon, I hope with the signature of these pages that, your parole officer will be able to get you out today or at least very soon.
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready to go back home. I've been on this
That's
for, let me out 2 months ago on the same issue. And I don't know why they're doing that. I was gonna request, see if the courts or my lawyer can, I have 2 email addresses. To my parole officer, they said as soon as I'm done with this, if they can, if the courts or my lawyer can email me, email them, the paperwork. So I can just move forward and get out, or get this.
I'll take a copy that email to the probation officer or the parole officer and to any contact information that we have for Mr. Leon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys do not have the parole office email address that I need you to send it to. So
That's okay. Yeah, I know that Mr. Musgrove talked to you yesterday. We'll be in touch when we get them. We have your wife's email address, and so we'll be in contact with her.
Okay, great. Perfect. Good deal. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Leon.
good luck
Thank
to
you. You
you.
guys have a blessed day. Thank you.
You too.
Good to go?
You are good to go.
All right. Thank you.
Cause number 7030.
Your
It's
Honor,
the
this
same.
was Same, yeah, this was the
So
second one.
this is the second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're at the tail end of our, pre-trials.
I do have 3 cases, Your Honor, that, were not on the docket. They are ready for dismissal. 2 of them are because of advanced age, we'll call it. I've got Kieran Andrew Sibley. Case was filed back in 2012. So because of its age, I'd like to dismiss this one.
So what's the cause number?
Cause number 6836. I have already filed a motion to dismiss and I have an order here ready to go, if you are amenable.
Yes.
And then also cause number 1136. Should I say Sibley the first one?
You did.
Sorry, that's cause number 1136.
That is Sibley.
That is Sibley, yes, I'm
Okay.
sorry. And then, the next one is cause number 6836, Yvonne Michelle Beltran. This person had entered into a PTAB agreement, a couple of years ago and has completed the PTAB agreement, but the cause was never dismissed. So I would like to clean that up, and get that one dismissed. I have also filed a motion to dismiss on this one and have an order ready. And then the last one is a JP appeal, another pre-trial version agreement that was entered into several months ago. We've got the agreement ready, to be signed by you. He's already paid and completed this, and it's ready for dismissal as well, if you're amenable to all three of these.
All three, yes.
Correct. That way we don't have to worry about bringing those people to the next docket just so we can dismiss them.
Oh, did you see that page I had open? I had a question and I don't think it was from you. But just for the road.
That's okay. So, is it, did you put in the address and then, or no? Did you put the correct date on this one? In this packet? The waiver of trial should be on this page. We do it there. So he did it here. We've already dismissed him, but if you're okay with his lawyers filling it out for
Yes,
us.
absolutely.
I'll say, not good.
Did you want me
The FTAs.
yes, but did you want me, since the Zoom is line and pre-trials, cannot call out the pre-trials and bring them to the next court? Or just go ahead and have the bailiff call them out as well?
Yeah,
Okay,
I guess we can.
okay,
And then what I want to do is I want to give it to Ms. Parks and see if she's okay. Because I'm just gonna have him go call the names.
okay.
So
Let me make a list for him.
if you want, yeah. Unless you want me to highlight mine, you can just have him go call them. We'll have him call all the FTAs
Okay,
and then we'll come back to him and we'll discuss with Ms. Parks
okay,
what she wants to do.
sounds good.
For the cases that were dismissed today, do you or the clerk's office mail the dismissal orders to the defendant?
My office doesn't, I'm not sure if Carolina,
I'll make sure someone does, someone needs
Okay.
to. Mail the order.
Want to verify which are all FTAs?
Or the ones that have lawyers that were here, they don't, you don't even know. No?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You serve us, we'll do.
I only have an FTA on the first page of pre-trials, all four of those.
Oh, good, we dismissed. You just, I could have put this as a case for them, but.
Yeah, and then, John Allen, we've got his dad.
Laura,
Yes.
this is for something.
We're looking for others that I can be with.
And just as an update, the clerk just said that John Allen Borak, how we're saying it, his summons was returned to the clerk's office.
Return to sender.
what about the others?
I believe that's what it says, versus returned. Yeah. And, Mr. Sibley is unfortunately deceased, but we just dismissed his case, so. Here, Andrew Sibley.
Yeah. I don't think he's dead.
No, not, I like to do it.
Oh, they just do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
Hiram Sibley, I think is married to Liz Sibley out in Alpine.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Okay, yes.
Sorry, Lynn,
Yes.
that was the case from.
All the highlighted ones are correct.
These are the pre-trial.
Yeah, I saw the courts there. And they wanted that.
Hayden,
I was about to make a phone
if,
call.
if you would be a clerk, if you would be.
No, I just heard that. Case of problems.
I was nice.
Call them each 3 times. Okay. This one is, for the
Yeah,
arraignment.
you weren't gonna go.
Failure to appear. And this, it's only the first, and these are the pre-trials. Okay? Just make sure.
I'm already doing that.
Yeah. Right when you were. Me? Oh, 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have shoes over the note 6.
Oh, my God.
I may have shoes older than 06, but
I'm glad to get some of this really old docket stuff cleared up. And that way, future dockets, we can move forward on not really stuff.
I still do my 20th anniversary. Or
Are you gonna
I
go?
still read. Put on mail stuff. I'll put a website. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice one before,
Yeah.
yeah. Access forward. Oh, yeah, you're. Close to
She's actually at my house right now.
it. Really?
My son's graduating high school.
Over,
Yeah. He
That
graduates
sounds-
on tomorrow, actually.
sounds wrong. Just on a side basis. So the rice of hello.
I will.
Is a wonderful person.
We were reminiscing over photos of special events.
Mhm.
And one was a birthday party, one was a wedding, one was a promotion with DPS, and another promotion with DPS, and then another Christmas. And my daughter started looking at the photos. She goes, "Dad, you're wearing the same suit in all of them." I said, "That's the only suit I have."
Hey, you still fit in the same suit.
And also gives us a good suit.
It is good. Dillard's, the finest Dillard's provides. So this
Is
is,
Deputy right, doing the call out?
Yes, ma'am.
he's doing call out, and then, so I'll start to think, where I'm going with this is I wanna think a little bit harder about ordering FTAs or judgment licenses. So I wanna hear what you guys have to say.
I mean, none of these are their cases that we're dealing with.
The pretrial ones, I don't think are necessary to send out a FTA. The pretrials, because of the Zoom.
Yeah, that would be definitely a.
Yeah.
I think were they all?
Well, there was a few, because they're,
Didn't show.
yeah,
So-
yeah, most of them. There was some pretrials, but
Well, the ones on pretrial that didn't show, we continued. So those don't count for cases. It was Kelly Cole and Miranda Miller, because they're represented by,
what about Stephen Randall Jones, Carlos Barriga?
oh my God, you're right, I'm sorry.
Okay,
And they weren't on the arraignments.
do.
no, they're on the pretrials.
Uh,
And there goes my cup. It's up to you.
I will leave it up to the discretion of the court considering the situation, although I did see there was multiple people who still show that were on.
Yeah,
That were on this list.
that's because they're attorney. Or they called my office and they explained to me that they couldn't connect and yes.
For you.
I'll leave it up to the discretion of the court considering the situation, what happened. I will say for a lot of these, especially for Stephen Randall Jones, because like I said, he had 4 cases issued, arrested all 4 times, and then continued to fail to appear. So
Mhm.
we've got thousands of dollars sitting in our bond account closing. So I will, by the next docket, need to work on, if we, regardless of the FTA is issued, today, for those folks. There's 5 people who have prior warrants issued, arrested on the warrant, and then still failed to appear again. If by the next docket, I will work on, NICE incorporating those bonds, because it's quite a bit of money sitting in our bond account for all those,
Okay.
for all those arrests.
So on the arraignments, we're gonna err on the side of safety, and I will not issue,
That was
No, the
that's
pre-trial.
I'm sorry. On pre-trials. So
Yes, sir.
Pre-trials is the one where we have,
I had a Zoom link issue.
so you wanna err on the side of safety with the pre-trials.
Yes,
I'm
Judge.
gonna leave that up to the court's discretion, but I would agree that if they were given an incorrect Zoom link, it's not their fault. If they attempted, and we don't know if they attempted to join.
So what I could do is I could re-put those ones on the next
Yeah,
docket.
we can put them on the next docket if they don't, and with the correct Zoom, if they don't show up to that one, then we, and I have a strong suspicion, considering their background, of not showing that that might be the case, and then we can go ahead and start working on rectifying for those full payment bonds.
The way the district court does it, and I don't know that you wanna copy them, but the way that they do it is that if somebody's set on a Zoom docket and they don't show, they set up for an in-person docket next time. Believe when they don't show up for the in-person docket, that's when they get a warrant for their arrest. My understanding of the reason why the district court is doing that is because not showing up to a Zoom docket doesn't technically meet the definition of failing to appear for court. And so they give them the opportunity to resolve their issues on Zoom, so they don't have to show up, and then when they don't physically show, they revoke the bond. So I'm not telling the court how to do it, I don't have an opinion, I just wanted to let the court know that's how.
That's how another court is.
That's how Judge Ferguson did it, and right now that's how Judge Campbell's doing it.
I would agree with that, it'll just mean that the court of office needs to clarify that on their summons.
We'll probably have to send them separate dockets.
Give them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would agree with that.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
So let's do that. What we're gonna do for the pre-trials, and this is cause 5822, Stephen Randall Jones, cause number 5941, Carlos Barriga, cause number 6494, John Moya III. Twice. We will not issue a judgment NICE, and if the clerk would make note that they are to appear in person at our next, assigned court date.
Yeah.
So that'll
I'll
take
make
care of
all-
that. Everybody's good? Everybody's good with that? Now let's move to arraignments.
No, Judge, you're done?
Oh,
We're done?
hold on.
The
Oh, the
out.
call out.
Okay. So we have several, and they're all traffic. They're not all traffic.
DWLI, DWI second, DWI, damage to vehicle that was attached to the DWI second. So second. Don't why, because I have another few months.
Okay. I'm gonna go through each one if you don't mind. 6835 was Humberto Dianda. It was traffic. And I think that's the one we discussed a little bit was, did they postpone? They know, not sure.
I would agree on the traffic ones, we just hold off.
Okay.
That'll give me time to, try to find these folks and see if I can come to an agreement with them and then come to the next.
Okay. And we can do the same with them in person.
In person?
In person. So I'm gonna mark off 6835 Humberto Dianda. 6982 Jesus Alfredo Banda.
You skipped, sorry, 6976, Crystal Marie Martinez.
Yeah.
You a lot.
Right. That, but that's, I'm just talking about the
Oh, you're
traffic,
just
the
going-
traffic, no, the traffic appeals. The traffic ones where we just kind of, okay, that are appeal from JP Court. That's my question is, did they post a bond? Is there,
I'll have to get with, because
yeah,
those bonds aren't showing on my docket, I'll just have to get with the clerk's office to see, if they have receipts or cash bonds.
okay,
Because none of those people have lawyers of record, I'm willing to bet they have to do cash bonds, they probably could not do surety.
okay. So let's go back, and I like it. Let's do it chronologically. 6976, the state of Texas versus Crystal Marie Martinez. Driving while licensed invalid, Class B misdemeanor. Is a no-show.
Feel like to, require her personal appearance.
It's up to you. I'm thinking of ordering, just doing a judgment nice,
Uh,
a failure to appeal. Yeah.
That would be the court's discretion, we were, I like Paul's idea
Okay,
of, if they don't show the first time
Through
with
Zoom.
the Zoom, then she.
One more.
So we could, you wanna just go ahead and do that with both the arraignments and the,
Does they do that with your other ones as well?
Yeah, they do it every.
Okay.
Okay.
And then they don't really have another chance. So Judge Ferguson, what he would do particularly is that, like, let's say you got to your plea deadline and didn't show up. He'd tell you to show up in person, he wouldn't even let us get you out of it. You'd show up, and then you would keep showing up in person until you resolve your case. Unless there was some special circumstance, right, like you were hospitalized and we didn't know.
Incarcerated.
Right, incarcerated. Other than that, no, they do it on everything, and there's not really any hesitation.
That being said, Your Honor, I would be agreeing to not doing any big pieces or
Yeah.
activities right now. And setting them for only personal appearance, the next docket, and then when they, or if they do not appear in the next docket, then we move forward with this update.
that sounds good.
I'm in agreement, and if it works for them, hopefully it'll work for us as well. So, I will say, this is the first time, I guess, that three of us have done this, right? The public
Yes, sir.
defender, Blair's new,
You're not new, Judge.
so, but I like I like the way we kind of, worked our way through this. Everybody was agreeable, and that's when you have success. So we all have very important jobs to do, and decisions we make will affect somebody's career, family, work opportunities, everything that goes with it. We need to get it right. So, the last thing I'll say is, I'm agreeable. I know we're behind. And if we are behind, if we need to do this twice a month, or if you want to, we had tinkered around now, Ms. Park and the clerk we've been talking about, should we have just one of just arraignments, one of just criminal, but I'm agreeable to just about anything. I'm here to work with you guys. So if you guys tell me there's a problem and you think you have a solution, I don't mind taking a swing.
I think, if y'all want, for these no-shows, if y'all wanna do a docket doesn't wait a whole month, right, maybe 2 weeks from now, just for these in-person only ones, and that way we're not having an issue of one docket with Zoom, one docket without Zoom. And that way we can move forward, these are some goals, we can move forward with these ones. I think for their purposes, they almost always file waiver of arraignment, so they don't really care if we do a arraignment, we just, they have to sit here for it.
Right, we would still show up. So I mean, whatever the court says, we'll show up.
Yeah.
The reason we show up is in case somebody shows up and asks for a grant.
Yeah,
Hopefully never happens, but happens quite a bit in other counties.
so I think it's
Yeah.
I like doing arraignments and pre-trials at the same time, like we did today. But I think it would be a good idea for now, for these no-shows, if we're gonna do them in person only, if y'all wanna do that. And if it works for everyone to do it, 2 weeks prior to the next docket, that way we're not having to issue all these separate little dockets. I think it'll be easier on the clerk's office and easier on this office.
Fine with me, Judge. We'll make it work. Somebody will be here.
I
I
like,
don't think it needs.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
As far as we know, they're not, we didn't get that document, so I don't know.
how
But I
are
don't
you?
think they are.
You have been very quiet.
Oh, because you weren't with us.
Yeah, that's right.
So you.
Yeah.
But last time I saw you, congratulations, you were in order. You had a shiny new exam. So congratulations again. How are you holding up? How are you liking the far west Texas? Are you missing Costco and the mall yet?
Yes.
It's more like, where can I buy makeup? Where can I get hair care products?
Here's
Those things.
Ordering online.
Yeah.
There's a
Yes, to your shade.
Yeah,
all, 4 hours ago, or 8 hour drive.
actually, you can. El Paso has Ulta.
Midland,
Yeah.
you're gonna, I guess,
Chihuahua has an Ulta.
I bet they have, I bet they have a good supply of the because of hard. You know, you stick your head when you do it.
Is there anything else you'd like the court to address?
Not on the record.
Any unfinished business, and I got you there. It is 11:01 a.m.